Hello and welcome to the Griffin News. I'm Christopher Civil.
And I'm Kyrie Moses. Our top story on the Griffin News is the SEPTA strike that is affecting thousands of commuters throughout the Philadelphia area.
The Transport Workers Union and SEPTA were unable to reach an agreement involving a new contract as of midnight, and now thousands have to find new means of transportation. SEPTA did release a statement this morning, however. The statement reads, SEPTA negotiators have worked tirelessly for months in an effort to reach a fair contract agreement with TWU Local 234 and avoid a service disruption. Unfortunately, the union leaders tonight elected to take a 4,700 plus members who work in the City Transit Division out of the strike.
So what does this SEPTA strike mean for commuters and Chestnut Hill students? Here's what you need to know. Regional Rail is still running. This is the only source of SEPTA train service in and out of Philadelphia. The Norristown High Speed Line is running. Suburban Bus, Trolley Routes 101 and 102 are some of the services still available. Now, some of the SEPTA services that are not operating due to the strike include the city bus routes, the Market Frankford line, the Broad Street and Broad Ridge Spur lines, and trolley routes 10, 11, 13, 15, 34, and 36.
The Dakota Access Pipeline project is under delay as protests continue. The pipeline is a $3.8 billion project that is designed to carry oil from North Dakota to Illinois. American Indian tribes are protesting the construction, saying the pipeline threatens water sources. It would also disturb sacred sites and artifacts, and there is a concern over tribal sovereignty. Thousands of Facebook users are checking into the pipeline protests from their devices in an attempt to confuse police arresting protesters. The police department stated that they are not using Facebook to track protesters down.
Election day is only a week away and the presidential race is continuing to heat up. A letter from FBI Director James Comey prompted new concerns about Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton's private email server. The letter comes after thousands of new emails were discovered on a computer that belonged to Huma Abedin, a Clinton aide, the ex-wife of former Congressman Anthony Weiner. The timely release of the new knowledge has raised concerns by the Justice Department. Officials say there is no guarantee that any findings will be released in time for the election.
The Academic Affairs Office is calling for students to save some future dates. A search committee finished preliminary interviews for the Officer of Diversity and Inclusion position. Several candidates are now invited to stay on campus for a full day of meetings with the college community. The dates are Thursday, November 10th, Monday, November 14th, Tuesday, November 15th, and Wednesday, November 16th. All faculty, staff, and students are invited to participate. More details will be released soon.
The annual Search Retreat is set for this upcoming weekend. This is a reminder to those who are attending. The trip offers students an opportunity to reflect, pray, and participate in group discussions. And new today, a servant leadership opportunity is now available. On November 7th at 2 p.m., students are set to gather in Martino Hall 311. Learn how to use leadership skills in a way that might just lend a helping hand to those who need it. The event will also focus on leader-follower roles and how you can become a servant leader.
The NCAA has selected Chestnut Hill College as one of the recipients for the 2016 Division II Campus Retreat Program. According to an email sent to students last week, the program is designed to build campus relationships with the NCAA and informs key university stakeholders and community members about the benefits of Division II athletics and provides coaches and administrative staff with a direct opportunity to give input and improve college sports. The NCAA will be at Chestnut Hill College on Wednesday, November 2nd through Friday, November 4th.
The plan for a new baseball field has fallen through. Chestnut Hill College and Plymouth White Marsh High School ended discussions about a new joint field for the two schools. The announcement comes after CHC withdrew from the original agreement. The new field was estimated to cost $4.1 million. Chestnut Hill and the Colonial School District are continuing their current agreement on the use of Victory Fields number 1.
For more on sports news, we now send it over to Griffin News sports anchor, Christian Hernandez. Christian.
Thanks, Chris. Sunday night was packed with the World Series and NFL football. The corner of Clark and Addison was the site of a decisive Game 5 between the Indians and the Cubs in front of a raucous Wrigley crowd. Second frame, Jose Ramirez takes Lester deep. Huge two-out knock. The Tribe strike first. Bottom 4, Chris Bryant crushes that fastball, and that one is out of here. Tied at 1. 3 batters later, Addison Ruppel squibs one to third base, and he beats it out. Cubbies are doing it all. David Ross in his last home game of his career, sac fly to extend the lead. Got to give it up for Grandpa Rossi. 3 runs would be enough for the fireballer. Chapman, Lindor, smell ya. Top 9, Jose Ramirez, we'll see you in Cleveland. 101 on the gun. Cubs take it 3-2. Chapman was electric out of the pen. 2.2 innings of work with 4 strikeouts. The 8-out save was the longest appearance of his career and the first one of its kind since Game 7 of the 2014 World Series, thrown by San Francisco Giant Madison Bumgarner. The last time Chapman had a long day's work on the bump against these Indians on July 9, 2016 as a member of the New York Yankees. The battle for first place in the NFC East between the Eagles and the Cowboys had an incredible ending in Jerry World. Dak Prescott with the option keeper up the middle, the first TD of the game. The other rookie, Ezekiel Elliott, he presses the triangle button. Run sets up a field goal. Ryan Matthews from the 1. Dude can walk in the end zone. Knotted at 10. Turnover alert. Dak with the bonehead INT. 3 timeouts inside the 10. Cannot force a pass like that. Third quarter, Carson Wentz to a wide open Jordan Matthews. 2010 Birds. Jason Garrett with some trickery up his sleeve. Punter Chris Jones with a 30-yard scamper into Philadelphia territory. Cowboys driving. Prescott scans. Airs it out to Dez Bryant. Throw up that X. TD forces OT. Dallas knocking on the door. Zeke with the truck stick right here. Ball inside the 15. 4 plays later. A poised Prescott looking. He's pleading for an open man. Scrambles to his left. Win on his own island in the end zone. Game winner 29-23. How about them Cowboys? Dez had a busy day. 4 receptions on 113 yards. The most of the season. Prescott played like a seasoned vet. 287 yards passing, and he marched down the field twice in crunch time. Next on the slate for the Dallas is a matchup with the winless Cleveland Browns. As for the Eagles, they face off against my team, the New York Football Giants, at MetLife. That's all for sports. I'm Chris Hernandez. But before I go, make sure you head to Sargenti Arena at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night for women's volleyball versus Wilmington University. Back to Kyrie and Chris after this short break.
Next on the Griffin News, we send it over to Griffin News correspondent Robert Johnson with a new segment, Tech Talk.
It's no surprise that Apple likes to make all their product releases like Christmas morning, and this one is no different. Apple Center is focused on the MacBook Pro. Besides making it lighter and more powerful, they have made accessing the tools that you want much easier. Introducing the Touch Bar. This Touch Bar changes whatever program you're working in to show tools that you would most likely use for that program. Things like emojis for your messages, answering and declining phone calls for either FaceTime or your phone. And that's not the only thing that's changed. Now, with an integrated fingerprint scanner, it allows you to unlock your computer and also make purchases with just a touch of your finger. Finally, for all you Mac users who hate the current speakers in the computer, this one's for you. Apple is now placing a speaker on either side of the trackpad. Apple is claiming that these speakers will provide the user with much better clarity and louder volume. So if you're trying to create the next viral beat, editing the next best YouTube video, or just kicking back and relaxing and watching a movie, you won't have to strain to capture that lightning in a bottle feeling. Finally, the keyboard and trackpad are getting an upgrade as well. Trackpad is 2 times as bigger than previous generations, and the keyboard has been redesigned to make for a more comfortable and overall enjoyable experience. That's all for this installment for Tech Talk. For the Griffin News, I'm Robert Johnson.
Now we'll take a look at the latest forecast. We send it over to Griffin News student weather correspondent Jada Zabala.
Thanks, Chris. Now that the long holiday weekend is over, let's take a look at the start of the November weather. Tonight is going to be 47 degrees and there's going to be a little humidity in the air. Tomorrow, the high is going to jump to 72 degrees, a little confusing for late fall weather, and it's going to feel a bit warmer because of the humidity that will accompany the day. The low that night is going to be 54 degrees. Thursday, the temperature is going to be 75 degrees, but don't worry, we have a 70% chance of rain, an opportunity for the weather to cool down once again. The low is going to drop all the way to 43 degrees on Thursday night. Finally, Friday there's going to be a big difference in temperature, so dress accordingly. The high is going to be 51 degrees, but with sunny rays to warm you up a little. And the low is going to be a chilly 36 degrees, more appropriate for the month that we're in. That's all for this week's weather. I'm your correspondent, Jada Zabala, and have a wonderful week.
Thanks, Jada. Finally today, the elevator in Martino Hall is still down. No word on when this elevator will be back up and running. For now, students can continue using the stairs to the left of the elevator until the issue is resolved. And for more school news, check us out on social media. Follow @CHCTV on Instagram and Twitter.
You can also like us on Facebook @CHC Television. For Kyrie Moses and the rest of the Griffin News team, I'm Christopher Civil, and we'll see you next time.